Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old Mod 7 to the Sky. In the last episode, we did some pretty good changes to the entire system below ground, and I guess a little bit above ground, as you can see there. The main thing we did is we got this system working. So 2 episodes ago, I think about 2 episodes ago, we messed up, okay? We made a complete mess trying to get these P2P systems running, and we've actually got it running now. So if you're curious as to how this works, here's, I guess, what you're looking at. So I don't know, that might help you a little bit. But in the last episode, we figured it out. And so essentially what this means is that this big dense cable that runs through here has 32 channels, right? 32 channels that can connect off it. And using P2P, if we have these connected to, all the sides of this controller, we essentially have 32 channels per channel, because each of these pop out into another dense cable, if that makes sense. So it's extremely powerful. It's very, very powerful. We essentially have 32 times 32 channel potential, I guess, depending on how big our controller is and all that stuff. So it's really cool. Really, really cool. And we color-coded some of the stuff. And you guys also let me know that I can color the memory card. So this one, for example, should be cyan. Now, I'm tempted to change it, but I am a little bit concerned. If I search memory card, right, and we have this memory card and I craft it, it's blank, right? Yeah, this one's blank. This one's set up. So what I'm curious is it going to, see, it'll make it blank again, and then I'll have to rewire all the cables. I'll keep it as it is for now, but in the future, we'll definitely try to dye them before we set them up. And I could go through and set them up again. It wouldn't take too long, but we're not going to do that this episode. So, what are we going to do? Well, to be honest, there's quite a few things that I want to do, especially in regards to this guy here, the Infinity Range Booster. Now, he happens to need an unobtainium ingot. Now, he only needs one, and we could go and find one. But let's be honest, we're going to want more in the future, okay? We're going to want more. So, I think we do something that, we'll have to do it eventually, pretty much. So I reckon we get started on it. And that is jump into Industrial Foregoing. Now, my issue with Industrial Foregoing is, I feel like it's been the exact same since, I don't know, since it existed. You know what I mean? Is there anything even new about it? So it's it's painful to do. I'll be completely honest with you. From my opinion, it's just painful. It's very painful to do because it's I've done it so many times, and there's no I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's spiced up. And in most of these packs we play, it's needed. You know what I mean? So it's every single mod pack I've played for the past 10 years, I've needed to do this. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll see how we go. Okay, we'll try and get this stuff started. So I've got pretty much everything we need here bookmarked. There'll be a bit of a waiting game. There'll be setting it up over there at that spawner to get some pink slime. There's quite a few different things we need. So to start off, we're going to need one of these, a mob slaughter factory. This isn't the first thing we need, but we will need it eventually. It'll need, a sword, sure. What else is it going to need? Axes. Yep, we can do that. We'll grab that pattern. And to be honest, the rest of this stuff, actually, the pity frame, we can craft that. That's doable. Item substitutes. That way it'll use different types of wood. Let's go ahead and do that. Did any of these use anything weird? No, just iron and sticks. This guy I actually want to be a substitute because I don't want it to only use these Thunderstruck iron swords. There's no way that it actually... Yeah, it doesn't need to use that. So let's allow some substitutions. That'll probably pay off. Okay. So that's fine. Realistically, shouldn't have made those patterns first. What we need first is this guy here, the fluid extractor. So we'll grab one of him. We've obviously got the pity machine frame. We'll need light weighted pressure plates. We'll grab that. Do we have pistons automated? We do. Okay. So we've pretty much got the... Oh my god. Let's go ahead and sort this. Oh god. What am I... Okay, there we go. I didn't like all that dancing around. This feels a lot more comfortable. So I think we've got everything for this guy at least. So that's going to be pretty good. We'll also then need, I didn't grab this guy, a Latex Processing unit. So we'll grab him. Once again, pretty decent, I don't know, recipes. We'll need a tank of some sort. We could just use some ender tanks, I guess. I don't necessarily think there's a reason to. We'll probably just use some of these fluid tanks. In fact... we might be able to, continuously upgrade these. I guess, do I need patterns? You know what? I kind of want it. I'll be honest, I kind of do want these patterns. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab you. Going to grab you. I mean, we might as well, right? What's the worst that could happen? And then we can get this guy. This guy's going to hold what? 256,000? Oh, no, just 256 buckets. Sure. And then we'll go and slap this stuff away so that we can craft it. Now, it doesn't look like... Oh, I put... How did that go in the wrong? Oh, it's because that was an item. It wasn't a pattern. Listen, I totally know what I'm doing. We're going to need another pattern provider. That should be fine. We'll grab one of you out. Bring you back over here. I think you can go there. Hopefully. I guess we'll find out whether having these connected is a problem. So, we should now be able to pretty much order those things. So, the fluid extractors, realistically, we want a decent amount of these. We're probably going to want a lot. How many do I want? I guess that's the question of the day. I almost want to go overkill on it just to do something new with it. You know what I mean? The question is, do I? Do I want to do that, or do we just want to do like the bare minimum? I'll tell you what. We'll grab 10 for now. No, we can't afford 10. Okay, we won't grab 10. Oh no, 10 fluid extractors. Yeah, we can do 10 of these. Okay, order those. Get those built. Wonderful. So we've got 10. Beautiful. These guys are going to need logs of some sort. Now, the best log to use is acacia logs. If you actually have a look at the fluid extractor, it tells you how much latex you get from each log, right? So spruce gives you 2 millibuckets. Acacia gives you 4 millibuckets. None of these give you 4. The next closest would be dark oak, which gives you 3. We obviously want the 4, and it's tripled when powered, so it's going to give us a decent amount. Which means, how do we get acacia logs? Well, glad you asked. There's a few ways. One way is wood essence, which is honestly a really good way to do it. Another option, wow, chemistry. You can do matter infusion. We can do in-world infusion, which probably isn't really worth it, I would imagine, or transmutation, I guess. What else? You can get apparently. Oh wow, this creeper looks sick. Oh, that's really cool. What else do we have? Carpenter's workbench. No, I don't think we want to do that. There's obviously lumber bee, and then there's also growing an acacia sapling, obviously. So, what are we gonna do? Well, the acacia sapling, we can get this a number of ways. One is using the essence as well. One is actually using the philosopher's stone on the sapling, so that's actually a really good way to do it, I guess. Yeah, to be honest, that's probably our best option. Because at the moment we don't have any acacia, so I'm gonna grab some saplings out. I think I've got my philosopher's stone in here. Yep, I got this guy, and I guess we'll just try and change them up. See what we can get. What's that? Birch, spruce, jungle, acacia. So I just do that. Oh, I just lost a bit of dirt. Also, I apologize. That is the loudest thing I think the world has ever heard. And I can just turn it off. Why does everything feel... I swear, every time I play this game, everything feels so much louder than it was. And it looks loud as well. What is happening? I'm gonna lower it again. Let me know if it's too quiet now. I feel crazy. Oh, and by the way, you can charge up your thing here. And as you can see, now we can transmute them all at once, which I don't know about you, but that saves a lot of time. Oh, apparently. Oh, you know what? I think I need like what's the word? Fuel for that. So we probably used up some sort of fuel that we had on us, I would imagine. But regardless, I mean, most of this is what we want, I guess. All right, sweet. We got just about 2 stacks almost of acacia. So that's pretty good. That'll keep us covered for a little while at least until we need to set up a tree farm. So awesome. We've got the fluid extractors on us. We've got the acacia. Now we need to set this up somewhere. What we'll probably do is, I guess, build out this area here. So I'll grab some. I don't actually know what stone we're going to use, to be completely honest. If we're even going to use stone, what should we use? Is there anything cool you can do with dust? I don't think there is. You know what, actually, I kind of just want to use acacia, which it might be a bad idea from a, well, from what perspective is it a bad idea? I guess it's a bad idea from a, we don't have that much acacia perspective, you know what I mean? But we're going to do it anyway, I think. So I'll chop off all that stuff, that should be good. We'll slap some of this down, and then we'll grab out our building gadget. So I might need to farm more of this. It'll be relatively easy to do. And that should hopefully place what I want. Yeah, cool. In terms of how big we want this, I don't really know. We don't really have the stuff for it, but apparently we're going to do it anyway. Alright, we'll also go ahead and slap a feral flare lantern over here just to, I don't know, keep everything lit up. That'll probably pay off in the long run. We need a tiny bit more acacia. I don't really know how much we needed. Alright, but here we go. Now we've got a nice little island. So, what's the plan? Well, for starters, we'll slap this stuff down. So I'm thinking we could probably do it right here. Why not? So we'll slap this stuff down. Oh, it faces, I guess, the other way than I thought it would. So maybe we'll place it this way. And we'll probably do what? A 5x5. Or do we want to just do something a little bit like this? And then I could even get like, what do you reckon? One more just to like finish up this little area. And also while we're here, we should definitely get like another wireless access point to like get that range. Where's the one that we were meant to have here? It's over there now. So it's a little bit further away, which means I probably want to place it like almost over here. If I do this, does that connect? I don't think it does because it's not in the network. I could connect it here. But before we do that, let's just double check that we have the connections there. So this comes all the way along here and connects in, and that's 8 channels, okay? So realistically, if I want to do this successfully, I'm going to grab another cyan dense cable, right? You know what? I'm pretty sure they're in here, yeah. Let me grab a smart cable. Let me go ahead and break this and place the cable here. So now it should still have the 8 connected, but 2 of them are coming from this way, and, you know, there's I guess 6 coming from this way, which means we can actually get away with using up an extra network. So for example, placing this guy, bam, right there. So that should light up. We should have connection, and we should at least be able to open it from pretty much over here. So fluid extraction, we're obviously going to want just one more of these purely for the fact of symmetry. And we'll slap this guy down here. Awesome. So next up, we need something to place all of the acacia logs down. So there's a few ways to do this. In this pack, we've got factory block places. We've got block places from industrial foregoing. These ones would need plastic to begin with. The block places from engineer's decor would not. So we'll probably just do this, to be completely honest. Spit down items that cannot place or plant. Also supports spike planting from underneath the soil. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, sounds pretty good to me. So, I'll tell you what, since we're probably going to make a few of them, we might as well make a pattern for it. So we'll run back over here and do exactly that. Placer, we'll grab this. Do we have what, metal bar or industrial? Metal bar. We do have these auto-craftable, and the industrial things we have auto-craftable too. So the only other thing would possibly be the dispenser, and it looks like we don't have the recipe, so we'll grab that. This guy's going to need a bow recipe. We can do that as well. And there we go. So that should be all that we need. We can run over here, slap this stuff in there, and we should now be able to get our block places. Now, I'll craft one for now. You need oak planks. Why do you need oak planks? That's fine. Oak planks, sure. So we'll grab one of these, and we'll see how it works to see if it's even worth using, you know what I mean? So it looks like he's going to place it above. I mean, honestly, yeah, we can do that. So I'll run through and chop all this stuff up. And we'll make those block places. And then I believe all we'll need to do is pipe in acacia logs into them. And it looks like we're losing. Oh, no, we are picking that stuff up. So block placer goes here. For an example, there you go. It's that simple. So if I place another one in, it doesn't place anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. It ignores redstone. And it's just going to keep placing stuff. Like if I break this, it's just going to place another one. No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Cool. Awesome. So we just need 10 more of these. That should be easy enough. We actually need a little bit more charcoal, oddly enough. I think that's a recipe that we can fix, though. So I think what's currently happening is one of these recipes for the industrial planks or whatever they're called, it's using charcoal, and it doesn't have substitutions available. So if we go in here, we can actually change that to allow substitution. I can't say that word. And that should allow it to take what's the word I'm looking for? Coal instead of just charcoal. Or not. maybe it needs. Does it really need to be charcoal? Yeah, it does actually look like it needs to be charcoal. Okay, fair enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab. Actually, you know what? We're gonna get a recipe for charcoal. That's probably the better option. So we'll go smelting, smelt a log, and honestly, I'm pretty sure we've got a lot of mineral logs. So yeah, let's do that one. Beautiful. We'll come over here. Oh, this is, you know what I should do? I should have this accessible from under here. That would probably make things so much better. It's this right here as well. Yeah, look, that makes it so much easier. I can slap that guy in there. Then I can search for my placer. One thing I might need to do is tell this guy not to extract mineral logs. So let's maybe go ahead and do that real quick. Mineral, open you. Please don't extract mineral, just charcoal. And then go placer. Click you, 10, you, boom. And that should work. In theory. We should see the logs show up. Yep, they're going to smelt, hopefully. and then we'll be good. This place should look pretty nice with the acacia. I'm quite hopeful, to say the least. In fact, we've got a bunch of crafting. Awesome. So yeah, all of these, we don't have to change anything. They should just work as they are. We probably will want to go underneath to... Oh, some of these aren't placing too well. They're placing like, what do you call them? Like stairs do. Depending on like where I click on the block. But that's fine. That should work there. In terms of going underneath and doing the piping, I mean, we need to. You know what I mean? So we might as well. Let's go in here. Search stone bricks. We don't have too many, which is a little bit concerning, but it should be fine. In terms of expanding the platform, let me go out here and do a little bit of that. There we go. I don't know if we have enough to like keep doing this, but I mean, this is pretty much enough for what we need at the moment. So what do we need? Well, we need a barrel or, you know, some sort of storage. I'm just going to go for the barrel since the superior chest by far. And this guy can go pretty much here. We're going to go item pipes, grab these guys out. And these guys are going to go all the way along here. Oh God. And now this is going to get a little bit messy because it's going to use up all of our acacia logs, like completely. But we're going to open him up. We're going to put in a pipe upgrade. We'll just use a good one, why not? And we'll set this guy to do round robin. So it'll place one in each before placing another one in the first one. So it'll do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and so on and so forth. So what we should also be able to do is actually go ahead and grab our export bus, which we're going to have to craft, but should be relatively easy. There we go. And we're going to have this guy export all the acacia logs in here, just like that. So now, if I connect this up to the system, we should be fine to have this extra one there. Currently, there's nothing. If we go back up, we should see, yep, there's nothing. But if I put acacia logs in the system, we should hopefully see these get some. Or at least that's it. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Awesome. Working perfectly. And as you can see with this first one, or I guess all of them, they slowly get chipped away out. Now, that's these guys just passively generating latex. Now, as you saw before, if I provide power to these guys, they're going to generate a lot more. And I think as well, I could be wrong, but I think we can put upgrades in them too. Yeah, in these slots here. So I guess what we'll do is... How do we want to do this? Because we're going to have to pipe the fluids out. Do I want to pipe the fluids out the back or out the top? Probably the back, to be completely honest. So instead what we're going to do is run these ender gates on top. And this is going to increase the production and we're going to get a lot more. So instead it's going to take every like 2 seconds instead of every 5 seconds. So that's honestly pretty good. And they don't use that much power, so it's not really an issue. We'll grab some more of these starter ones just because we've got like some cables lying around. So we might as well do some of that. Do some of that. There we go. Still a little bit annoyed that it doesn't like autofill into my hotbar. I'm still not too sure why that's the case, but it's fine. So we can slap that stuff down there. Cool. So now we're getting a bunch of latex. Wonderful. So the next thing we need to do is put this stuff into a tank. So if you remember, we set up auto crafting for a pretty big tank, I guess, 256 buckets. We'll order one of them, but I'm also curious as to what else we can do. Like these buckets are pretty good, right? From industrial foregoing, but I mean, we can't craft them yet. We don't have it set up. In terms of every other bucket, the fluid tanks are honestly pretty fun, I'll be honest, from Create, because you get to see visually the fluid in them, and that's just fun in general, you know what I mean? So we could do that. That's an option. I am tempted to do that because I honestly do like them as just a tank. They're like a big multi-block, pretty fun. This bucket here stores 1,000, and it's very cheap to make, like awfully cheap to make, so I guess we can probably grab one of those. What was it? The jumbo tank. This thing stores 1,000 buckets. That tank we just made only stores 256. And it cost us arguably a lot more. Why? I guess because it can be used as a bucket. Like you can carry it around like a bucket. So I guess it's got that benefit. I'm just looking down here. What do we have? We have some large fluid tanks down here. These don't store much either. It's so interesting looking at the different like storage levels between mods. Because like this is pretty crazy compared to the other mods we have here. Yeah. Okay. So realistically, yeah, I feel like if we want, the better option would probably be to either, you know, save up for one of these industrial foregoing ones, storing the stuff in my system, right, in a QIO drive or something. Oh, wait, I don't even know if there's fluid QIO drives, but, you know, in an infinite fluid storage disk or something, or in a fluid tank, but that needs copper and stuff. I'll tell you what, we're probably just going to use this jumbo tank. I mean, as long as it doesn't crash my world, hopefully it doesn't, then this should be fine. So we'll slap this guy here. We'll grab pipes again. We'll grab fluid pipes this time around. We'll run these guys like here. I'm going to disconnect it from the side purely for visuals. And we'll connect all this up. And we should be good. So now if I set these guys to extract, they'll keep doing their thing even when they otherwise would be full. Because, oh god, let's reconnect that. There we go. Because everything is now getting stored in here. Awesome. We've got, we've got 10,000 millibuckets. Wonderful. So 10 buckets worth essentially, which is honestly pretty good. So next on our list is going to be the latex processing. Now, this guy requires a latex bucket. So we're going to have to do a little bit of bucket stuff here. So we'll grab this bucket out. One of these needs to be water. One needs to be latex, which we just got. Water. We can chuck those in the system. Go back to search latex. What else do we need here? We're going to need a furnace, which apparently we don't have the recipe for. So let's go ahead and solve that problem once and for all. Furnace. Grab this guy. Allow substitutes. There we go. And that should be good. Oh, and I can't shortcut through there. Listen, yeah, we can try. Alright, so let's try this again. Latex processing unit. So there's going to be actually a few things we want to do here, right? We can process all of our latex if we wanted to into plastic. But we're also going to need fluid latex every so often. Like it's just something we need in some recipes. So for example, which recipe is it? It's this recipe here, needs the liquid form. But then we also need the plastic form. So it's like, it's somewhat hard to decide what the best option is to do. So what we might do here is actually set up this other tank. What's the better way to do this? Yeah, we'll set up 2 tanks here, like so. We'll set up this guy as well. And what if I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. I mean, this guy's got a little bit of latex in him. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think, like, is this guy still getting some? Okay, so they're both getting some. So yeah, I'm good leaving it as it is. I was going to say we could set these up to take turns, do that round robin setup, so that they both get some. But it looks like already right now, they're both getting some. So yeah, cool. So next up is the latex processing. So this guy, realistically, he doesn't need to be a big, production house. I kind of want to set him down on the other side, to be completely honest. So we can have like one storage here and then have another storage here. I feel like that's pretty smart. We'll disconnect that. So this processing unit, I guess we'll slap him like here. I'm going to run fluid pipes around the back. Let's run a little bit closer so I can get more of these pipes. Fluid pipes, here we go. All right, we can only get a few. So this is going to go there, and I believe we want it all to go there, pretty much. So this guy's going to fill up with latex, and provided he receives some power, like that, he should produce the latex. But I think he needs water as well, so realistically, we want to sink. I thought we had that auto-crafted. Maybe we just have the terracotta auto-crafted. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a bucket. Here we go. Turn that into a water bucket, since we're going to need some of that for the sink. And as you can see, everything's made. Wonderful. Sink. Beautiful. So this guy can provide the water. What we can do if we want is we can break this, place that on the front, place the sink on top, and we can actually pull the water from above, and it will autofill. And you could do the same with the, the fluid containers. We could do that as well. But yeah, cool. And so this will give us tiny dry rubber. Now this stuff, the tiny dry rubber, if I can spell, oh god, tiny dry rubber. This stuff gets combined into dry rubber, and then that gets smelted into plastic. So to turn it into this, what do we use? We can see a few options. Storage terminals, all this sort of stuff. Pretty much any crafting table, right? I'm just trying to think in terms of like an auto crafting. We could do this, a mechanical press, but that would mean like setting up some create stuff. Don't really want to do that. We could just put it in our system and auto craft it that way. I mean, that's an option too, I guess. Should we just do that? Not sure. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try this, the Flux Compactor. This might do the trick. This might do it. It's pretty expensive, but we'll make one. Why not? So if I slap this guy here, currently, he's doing nothing. But if I export, if I push the latex out into the left, it goes in here. Then if I get an ender gate, I still want to just make all of these, what do you call them? All of these ones that we can, like the very basic ones that we've got here. Because we've got a bunch of these cables, and I'm not using them. So if I give this guy power, is he going to, what's he going to do here? Oh, wait, he has like a specific thing, right? Doesn't he, we'll take items from the internal inventory and place the outputs into an inventory below. Okay. So I would need a chest below, which we could do, you know. I could break this. We could get a barrel. Hold on. Barrel. Grab you. Yep. Awesome. So I can place you here, right? You know what? Hold on. Let me move this stuff around. All right. What if I pull the water from below, right? I think this will work a lot better because then I can have it, you know, output into this compactor. And if the compactor works, I can have it go into this barrel below. And this, I feel like this will work a lot better. So we'll give this guy power as well. Make sure that we are, you know, pushing to the left. And then this guy's got stuff. Is he going to do anything? I'm doubtful, but I mean, he should, right? Like, there's no reason that he shouldn't, I guess. And yet he doesn't. So that's, I guess, unfortunate. Well, we tried. so I guess we've got that. What else could we try? We could try a compacting drawer. Once again, I sort of don't think that will work, but I also feel like, why not? You know, we'll give it a shot. So we'll need some pistons for that. That should be fine. Compacting drawer. Here we go. Grab this stuff out. So if I store this, no, it just stays. We need to genuinely craft the thing. So that's unfortunate, but we tried. Now, it's not completely over. We could make this. So if I go ahead and search planks and we make 2 crafting tables, I can create something called a crafter. Oh, if I can spell it. From RF Tools utility, right? And this guy should do exactly what we want. I should be able to place him right here, provided he has power, and provided we double click to edit this recipe and provide it with this recipe and click apply, it should turn it into dry rubber. How cool is that? And then what we can do is we can have our furnace. We do need like a smelter or something, don't we? We definitely do. We need some sort of auto smelter. I think we just get one of these energized smelters. I think that's probably the way to go. Provided with a little bit of power. Let's search Ender Gate. Here we go. One of these. It doesn't need to be too fast, to be completely honest. So this guy's gonna make plastic, right? Have this guy. He inputs from above. He's not gonna auto take Willy, but we can try anyway. We'll grab you. Do some of this, some of that. This guy should receive what he wants. Items, input from above. Dry rubber. Not currently outputting at all. Why? Why is it not? Oh, sorry. It's actually inputting from the back. That's my bad. So there we go. Now we've got the, what do you call it? The dry rubber. Exactly what we want. And it should be smelting into plastic. And so then we have plastic. So this stuff realistically does need to go back into our system. So we are going to have to fix up this setup over here a little bit again. To do that, how are we going to go about doing this? Let's search dense. Let's grab some of these cables out. What we're probably going to do here is just branch off from like over here. So for example, we can actually go ahead and do some of this. And this will actually work pretty well. So if I bring this over here, currently I think all of our networks, but we'll go and double check. What do we have here? This one's using 32 channels. This one here is only using 16. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do another Lime network. So we'll come over here. We'll grab out our Lime and our memory card. We're going to go ahead and grab another P2P tunnel. We're going to have to order it. That should be fine. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long, especially with all our machines super fast now. So this guy's going to come over here. We will need a just a normal smart cable if we have those lying around. Yep, beautiful. So this guy's going to go here. We'll disconnect this for now. This is going to get a tunnel above it, if I can place it. That's going to be linked up. There we go. Memory card put in. And then we place one of these on top. But what I can do is I can disconnect that. And so now this guy has 8 fresh channels that he can make use of, which means, in theory, I can grab this and run this. Oh God. Run this all the way along here, and we should be good. All right, so we can bring it right over here. We can even place it right under there. And then we can go ahead and grab, what do we want probably? Probably an import bus, might as well. So we'll grab one of those. We actually already had one on us, but that's fine. We'll place him down there. So now this guy should, in theory, be importing all of the plastic, assuming we set the bottom part to output. There we go. Plastic going in our system. Cool. So now we have plastic. So that opens the door to a lot of things. The other thing we have access to over here is liquid latex. So if we hop underneath here and we go over to where that liquid latex is, which is potentially here. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so what we'll have to do here is a little bit of a work, I guess. We'll place him there, and then we could do import, but what I'm going to do instead is just the storage bus. I think that's the smarter option, because that'll allow us to use this tank as a storage. All it'll mean is that I'll have to open this guy up, and we'll do this. So we'll add a latex filter. That way only latex will go in here. We won't have it fill up with like water or something else that we have in the system. So we can come back over here. We obviously made a little bit of a mess, but we can save this very soon with some cable anchors. Boom, 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 boom. Place the planks in the middle, and we have a facade. Wonderful. Okay, so everything's clean again. So currently everything should be working just fine. We've got plastic in the system. We've got latex in the system, which means we can do all that crafting. What's next, I guess, is the question. I think it is the chemical dissolution chamber, which I guess I didn't add a recipe for. Oh, this guy here is just called a dissolution chamber. Dissolution. Did I add that? No, I didn't. I think, what's that? That other one's chemical dissolution. Okay, so we just want the normal dissolution. We don't want chemical dissolution. Lots of dissolution chambers. A surprising amount, to be honest with you. So we'll grab this recipe here. That should be fine. And we should just be good, to be completely honest. Dissolution chamber, can I get one? We're going to need diamond gears. That should be fine. We'll add these recipes. Diamond gear. Awesome. I happen to know that we're going to need something else as well in the future. Yeah, gold gear. We'll grab this recipe too. I know there was a different diamond gear that you might have seen in the recipes just before. We're going to ignore that because I think these are the gears we want to use. Because they might change in the future. Like, you want to grab the gears from, what's it from? Like, realistically, if you can, like, some of these are cheaper, I think. But the ones from all the ores is typically what you want. Anyhow. So anyway, we'll start this guy here. Tap that stuff in. We're hooked up to the Lime network, so we should be good. Let's search dissolution. In terms of dissolution chambers, we can get away with one. We are going to have to apparently change the recipe for the dissolution chamber. Although I allowed it to use substitutes. Using substitutes, yes. I don't particularly know then what the issue is. Dissolution chamber, missing diamond gear, and inside here, did we really make the wrong diamond gear? I mean, to be fair, we still allowed substitutes. That shouldn't be a thing. Hold on. Diamond, oh god. Diamond gear. We want this one here, which is the same thing, just different. So, how do I cycle? How do I clear config, allow using alternates, fluid substitutes, diamond gear, and we want a different one. So how do I, no, I don't want to do that. How do I scroll and cycle between the alternatives? How do you do that? In refined storage, there's a button you press and you get to pick which alternative you use. I think this is another situation where it probably exists. It's probably somewhere. I don't know where that is though. Autofocus, sync, search, remember last search settings, finish jobs, pin jobs. I mean, none of this is seemingly what I want. Okay. Can I drag this in as the finished product? No, because it's a crafting pattern. I mean, what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna Google it because I'm not happy. And before I start flaming people, I wanna know that I'm not missing something glaringly obvious. Okay, so if I craft a diamond gear, I mean, okay, and for the dissolution chamber, so I can use either gear. I mean, I guess we just need to use the broken gear, to be completely honest. I can't figure out how to do it. And I looked it up, and no one else seems to be having this issue, so it's like a me thing, seemingly. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's a me thing, but it seems to be. And the other thing is I have substitutions allowed, but we'll change this out. We'll put in the diamond gear that we have that isn't from all the ores. or whatever. So that's fine. Put the wrong thing in, but that's fine. Yep, sure. Can we do it now? Yep, magically we can do it now. Sure. Yep. Nothing's broken. Everything's fine. Okay, so this guy, where do we want him? Realistically, doesn't really matter. He will obviously need some liquids and stuff, but that's accessible from the system, so we can get away with putting him over here, I guess. So we'll slap him down there. We're going to want to access underneath with, you know, honestly, with a pattern provider, which means we're probably going to want a stair, which means also we probably want a wireless access point. All right, wireless access point. Let's go ahead and slap this guy down here so that I can actually access the system without running back a few steps every time. What I was going to say, though, is we probably want some stairs. So now what I can do is I can break this. I can place the stair like this. We can have our pattern provider under there. And so now I can access this guy and put things in as needed. So what do we want? Well, everything's currently able to input and I guess output from below. What we're going to want to do is have the output push below. So we've got output pushing downwards. So that should be good. In terms of everything else, I think we're fine. What we might want is something to deal with fluids. I think when you craft some of this stuff, it can give you excess fluids. Currently, none of these recipes appear to, so I guess we're fine. But in the future, we might need to do that. But let's just go and grab the recipes we need. So first thing we need is this machine frame. Sure. The next thing we're going to need is the simple machine frame. Once again, sure. We should be able to do that. And honestly, I think that's pretty much doable. The nether brick, I don't think... Yeah, we don't have nether brick crafted, so we'll add this smelting recipe. Do we even have netherrack? Well, I guess it would have showed up when I searched for nether brick, wouldn't it have? I think we've got netherrack, like, over there, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if I just run over here somewhere, we've got, like, a thing full of it. Like, this thing has crushed netherrack, this thing has netherrack. So we can probably grab all of this, I would imagine, and just, like, shove that in the system, and then, let's be honest, that's probably our set for a little while there. So, first of all, this guy can get the chemical dissolution recipes, and this guy over here can get the brick smelting recipe, assuming, of course, that I add this to the blacklist under here. So, boom, that's added. Awesome. So, once again, if I come over here and I search for machine, what do I need? Yeah, actually, I do need a machine. Oh, but it's not hooked up. Yeah, that'll probably do it. So we'll hop under here if we can. If we can. Yep, sure. And we'll hook this guy up. That should be fine. So boom, boom. That should be good. Go ahead and hop back out. Patch that back up. So now if I search machine, let's try and order, I guess, a simple machine frame first. We might as well. This guy as well, we obviously want him to do not push crafting ingredients if the inventory contains a pattern already. So that should be fine. We'll need an ender gate to power this guy. We'll give him a pretty powerful one. And so yeah, he's powered. He's producing the stuff. He got latex automatically placed in him. He's producing the entire thing. We've got to wait like 6 seconds. Okay, and it's complete, and it's in the system. So the next thing we'll do, we'll try the other one. Well, actually, we can't yet, because we need pink slime. Now, I'm going to try and do it this episode. The reason for doing that is because if we can knock it all out in one episode, I'll be happy. I don't want to spend too long on this. Like, it's not bad. It's just repetitive. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it too many times. I'm a little bit over it. And I don't know. It just feels tedious. Anyhow, mob slaughter factory. What are we going to do with this guy? We're going to bring him over here. We're going to slap him down like this. Realistically, we probably do want a range add-on of some sort, so I will do that. In terms of the range add-on, we don't need it to be massive. I reckon we'll go for like just a 5. So it's going to use a little bit of copper, some glass panes. That should be fine. So we'll come over here, chuck this in there, see if we can craft the thing. Yep, there we go. Oh, yep. There we go. So we'll order one of those. It looks like we can. So that'll go in there. We can actually do speed upgrades and stuff well, which... and was that English? I didn't even know what I said there. If I search add-on, we've got speed upgrades, efficiency upgrades, and processing upgrades. And they're good. So we'll do that. They're going to use a lot of latex, so we sort of want to, like, I guess, be a little bit conscious, I guess, of how much we're using. And, of course, some of them are using blaze rods. They're not the cheapest things ever. But they do speed things up very, very much. So we might want to. And if we do want to, guess what? We got the stuff in there, so we can. So what's next? The range add-on. So currently, if I click show working area, it's just doing a 1x1 in front of it. If I chuck this guy in, now have a look. Now it's doing, I don't know, a decently sized square, I guess. So that'll get most of the mobs, so we can hide that. And to be honest, I think now we just provide it with power, and I think we're good. So we'll go ender gate, grab one of those out, come back over here, slap this down. And if there's mobs in there, it'll get me stuff. So as you can see, we've got a bit of pink slime already. It's not perfect, and arguably, we probably want to turn this off when we're doing it. You know what I mean? Just so that we maximize the stuff we get. And he can keep up with things. In terms of mob drops, I'm not sure. But regardless, I think we're fine. I think we can store everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily think it's an issue regardless. Which means we're good. We're good. And another thing is, if we actually dig under here, we do have the network pretty much here. So where I'm going with this is we can probably set this guy up as either storage or we can extract from it or something. I'm not sure what our best play here is, but all I know is that we can do it. You know what I mean? I probably do want to just set it up as storage, I guess, that we can pull from. So let's grab it as storage bus, I guess. Because they store... You know what? We'll get 2 of them, okay? And I will set up some tanks. So let's go in here. Let's search tank. Realistically, again, I mean, there's no reason not to go for that jumbo tank. It is honestly really good at what it does. So we're going to need 8 of these this time around. Because obviously we want 2 of them. And there we go, 2 of these. Now, for the pipes, I will want to do filtering, I think. We might not have to. We'll have a look. Because what I can do is I can open this guy. I can click on pink slime, and I can have this guy push out the left, and I can have meat push out the right. Other way around. But you get the idea. And then I can slap these down, and this is filled with meat, and this one is filled with nothing currently. But I think, yeah, once it's empty, then it works, because now it's got pink slime. Awesome. So then, I can obviously go underneath these 2. So break you, and break you, and I can place the storage buses under, like so, boom, and boom. And we can make sure, once again, that they are filtered. So pink slime in there and that liquid meat there. Awesome. Now, before we do hook this up, I do need to go make sure that we have the ability to connect it. So we'll follow this chain down. It connects up over here. And it connects in the top, and it is 8 of 32. So we actually just need to do pretty much exactly what we did for that last part, which is just move it around a little bit. And so by doing this and placing it here, what we essentially, if I disconnect this side, we can see, currently we've only got 4 networks connected. So there's 4 coming in the left, which means we do have room to add on 2 more connections. So we're good. So I can, oh, but we're not good. We're not good because the cyan part is full. It's got 32 out of 32. So realistically, what we want to do here is actually switch this around. So we're going to go ahead and pick up both of these, place down 2 of these lime ones, and then right click this guy with the lime memory card, right? So now we can put that away. And what we should see now is the lime should be pretty full. Yeah, the lime's at 30 and the cyan's now down to 24. So we're good. 30, we can add 2 more networks to take it up to 32. And so the lime will be full. So yeah, it's not the perfect setup that we currently have, but as you can see, it's a lot more manageable. Like, we can keep track of how much stuff we're using. Everything just works a lot better. So yeah, now we've got this storage. Cool. I don't think for the storage buses that I need to turn them into fluid mode, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they're just both at once, which is pretty cool. In terms of dirt, I guess I accidentally got rid of the dirt or something, because the dirt that we obviously clearly picked up at some point disappeared. But that's fine. We can slap this guy down. Awesome. Awesome. I think, oh, you know what? It probably got void hoppered up. Okay, so what we have now is we should have pink slime. And as you can see, it's in our system. We have about a bucket worth. So I should be able to order the machine frame, the advanced one, click start. How cool is that? Works perfectly. Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. We did it. That was industrial foregoing, at least for a little while. Yeah, cool. It's crafting it. We should get the notification. Boom, notification. How cool is that? One thing I will do real quick. There's a few things just before we wrap it up here. We're pretty much at wrapping up point though. First thing is, how much storage are we using? In terms of items, barely any. In terms of types, a decent amount. So that's good to know. But still, we've got plenty of room. In terms of this reactor, by the way, we don't have enough fuel. So what I was going to do real quick, if I can get into range, was grab some upgrades. So I was going to, we don't have a lot of these. Hold on. Let's keep some. So let's go in here. Let's search upgrade. Oh, upgrade. Yeah, we want these. So we want speed upgrades and we want energy upgrades. Also, these are off. I need to turn these back on to be completely honest. And these I want to keep 16 at a time. So that's obviously going to be, 8 each. And it can craft however many at once. I don't think that's fine. And obviously we want to make sure that this is all submitted so that it's good to go. So yeah, these should start up. They've got a decent amount of crafters because once again, for these computers, we actually doubled them up. So they've got extra processors at the bottom. So they actually process really, really quickly, which is pretty good. And where are they actually crafting this stuff? I thought most of it would be like in here, but they're not really doing anything. Are we just crafting the actual... I don't even know where it's crafted. Oh, here. Oh, okay. We're making a bunch of the osmium dust and stuff. Okay, yeah, that stuff's still reasonably slow to be completely honest. And I guess the issue is we're crafting one at a time. We can craft 8 at a time for these. I'm gonna submit both of those so that we can, be getting a lot more at once. And that should be fine. Alright, well I've got the speed upgrade and the energy upgrades. So these guys, for example, over at this guy, he's full of this uranium stuff and he's, producing the fuel as fast as he can. If we chuck these upgrades in, now we can see if it can keep up. So at the moment, apparently it can't, apparently it doesn't have enough power, really. That's not good. That's not good. We definitely might need some more power in our system. How are we getting power currently? We've got this guy running. He's still good? He's still running? Yeah, he's still running. I mean, he's got plenty of power, which kind of concerns me. Okay. So, the issue with this guy... Hold on. He's going into an ender cell. A basic ender cell. Why do we have a basic ender cell? Hold on. Why don't we have a blazing? Hold on. Let me potentially fix this problem real quick. Is that meant to be there? Yeah, hold on. This is meant to be... We need to upgrade this guy. This guy's very, very, very slacking. He should be doing this guy, which can do 40k. This is going to be 10 times the energy movement, right? There we go. Now we've got a lot more flowing in the system. Awesome. So now if we come back over here, this guy should hopefully have enough running in him. Yeah, we've got... Not really, to be completely honest. It's... Wait. It's using 20,000 RF per tick, and it needs 300 RF per tick. Am I reading that correct? Regardless, though, we're using all of the stuff we're producing. So we can go down into the next line, and that's this guy. This guy can't keep up now. So as you can see, this like sort of chain of questioning, I guess you would call it, in terms of these like upgrades and stuff. We can narrow down like what our bottleneck is. So at the moment, this guy's the bottleneck. How are we looking in here? Yeah, we're still losing fuel, so we're not making more than we're using. So we can come in here. We can give this guy the speed and the energy upgrades. Once again, we need a lot more power. Really, I thought the energy upgrades were pretty good. I think the speed upgrades are very overkill. But once again, we're burning through this stuff now. So we can, like, we're not bottlenecked by the power at the moment. I don't believe. Oh, I guess this guy might be. I think this guy... Can this guy keep up? Maybe. Almost. He almost can. And it's fine. You know what? A lot of you guys were saying I should set up the turbine to generate power from this guy. We might do that. Especially since, look at this. The fissile fuel, we're actually somewhat keeping up at it. Almost. Which is pretty cool. But yeah, we'll see what we do. To be completely honest. Because I'm not too sure. Obviously, we're running a little bit low on power now. We could honestly... Like, here's the other problem. If I just upgrade this guy to, like, the next tier. Or even, like, push it all the way to nitro. Then we're probably set. You know what I mean? Like... We're probably just good in terms of power, but we might set up the turbine just for the thrill of it, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We set up a nice latex production. This stuff's still going pretty well. Obviously, we don't have unlimited acacia, but with that being said, we've got a lot of latex, 63 buckets worth, and I don't know. I'm sure we've got a bunch of plastic in the system. Yeah, we've got a decent amount, and that's going to just... I guess go forever, I guess, until we run out of acacia. So we'll probably set up a farm at some point in one of these future episodes. But yeah, I think power is definitely on the agenda now. But yeah, I'm still just like, I could go to the trouble of doing a reactor, or I could just upgrade that guy. like doing the turbine, or I just upgrade this guy, which is very easy, realistically. Yeah, not too sure. Or once again, there's plenty of power generations. In fact, I'm pretty sure the steam that we get from Mechanism, right? We get this steam. I think we can chuck that into a different reactor. Like, I don't think it has to go. Yeah, look, if we turn it into a liquid, we can put it into a steam turbine from advanced generators and generate some power that way. Like, we have options, you know what I mean? Hold on, liquid steam? I think we call that water. Am I crazy? Is liquid steam not just water? Is that not the craziest? I'm sure, like, oh, well, technically you can liquefy. No, I don't care. That's water. It's cold water. We've got a liquid steam already. It's cold water and you get it from the sink. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're still enjoying this stuff. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having a lot of fun here. The shaders, by the way, I don't think I said. Over Imagined shaders. They're actually very beautiful. The clouds are awesome. Everything's awesome. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.